Alex Kirshner, it is great to be back with you. It's great to be talking football against all odds. We are indeed talking about it against all odds. That's a little gambling joke. How are we doing inside 1 week until the NFL season?
Richard Johnson, I am doing tremendously given the circumstances. I feel like we all have to answer that in a 2020 adjusted way, but excited to make some money picking some football things this year with you, starting with some futures today.
Yes, sir. Alex Kirshner, let's get this bread. So let's start with player props. Give me the player prop you're looking for this season.
The one that's most exciting to me, and we're both college football guys, we've been college football guys for years, is to look at a college football player who's now playing the NFL, and that's a rookie, J.K. Dobbins, the new running back for the Ravens. You can find him at plus 3,300 to win the AP's Offensive Rookie of the Year award. That's very enticing to me. That's a $20 bet returning a $660 profit should that happen. And I like that because I'm looking for value in my futures bets. I don't think there's a lot of value in sending your money out to a sports book for several months just to hope that you get back a small profit.
And yet here we are.
Wins. And yet here we are. But I think that if you're gonna do it, you want to do it where there's going to be a great return. And I think that plus 3,300 is a great value opportunity for a guy who had an NFL body when he was 17. I covered him when he was a recruit, who was a star at Ohio State, who's a great fit for a spread to run offense because he played in one Ohio State. Very, very excited about that pick. Who do you have?
So before I get to who I have, I want to say, Alex, you took a running back to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Why is it that you like a running back? We don't value running backs in this new NFL, so I've heard.
We don't, but I think that the track record of the Offensive Rookie of the Year award is that running backs have a chance at it. I mean, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara won it recently. The group that isn't going to win it is wide receivers or certainly linemen or certainly anyone in the trenches. But running backs are still eligible for this award. It's sort of like the Heisman in that if you're a quarterback or a running back, you can win AP Offensive Rookie of the Year. If you're a receiver, you have to be on some like Odell Beckham Jr. stuff that 1 year, and it's very hard to be that good. But I do think a running back can win this award.
Okay. I will be going full Jacksonville Jaguar here as the resident Duval representative of this show. I'm going to right or wrong with my pick last year. And what I would like to say is that Josh Allen was wronged last year for Defensive Rookie of the Year. He should have won it pound for pound. He was better than Nick Bosa in the plays that he played. He didn't have as much usage as Nick Bosa. So I'm taking Kayvon Chase on it, plus 3,100. $20 wins you $620. I am taking the edge, Kayvon Chase on to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers and go Jaguars. We're staying in the big cat family with the pick here. The Wildcat last year, Josh Allen, as I've said, was wrong. So we're going to right some wrongs with this pick. Okay, Alex, moving on to team props this season. One that I like personally is the Arizona Cardinals to finish second in what is probably the best division top to bottom in football. It's going to be a tough road to hoe, but a $20 bet will return you 120, will win you 120, I should say. I love Kyler Murray. I love Cliff Kingsbury. I love what that offense is going to do. They fleeced the Texans for DeAndre Hopkins. Thank you to Bill O'Brien for not getting a good return for that as an AFC South fan dealing with the Texans in the future. But we love what the Cardinals can do on offense. And so I'm going to take them to finish second in this division. I think if you get some 49ers regression from the high of the Super Bowl last year, I love the Seahawks, as you'll figure out a little bit later in this video. But I'm going to take the Cardinals to sneak around the chicken coop and come second in that division.
Okay, I'm going to move from the NFC West to the AFC North. I know I was just saying good things about the Baltimore Ravens, but at this point, I'm going to take them at plus 300 to finish second in the AFC North. They are, of course, the odds-on favorite to win that division, understandably so. But I like them at second place in that division at plus 300. That's a $20 bet to win $60. There are a few reasons for that. I think a big one is that when we've seen these young quarterbacks break through and win MVPs the last couple of years, this happened with Cam Newton, certainly, and it even happened with Patrick Mahomes last year, though nobody cares because he won the Super Bowl. We've seen slight slides backward from these all-world quarterbacks who have really burst
you get
onto
figured
the
out.
MVPs.
The league figures it out.
You get figured out to an extent. Teams game plan to stop you. I think that in the case of a guy like Lamar Jackson, it would make sense if the Ravens wanted to lighten his load a bit, because it's now very clear that he is the franchise. He takes a lot of hits. He's taken a lot of hits. I could just see enough things. And also you have to add in that Ben Roethlisberger is at least apparently healthy in Pittsburgh. The
Allegedly.
Browns are still okay on paper. The Bengals are not going to be good, but with Joe Burrow, you wouldn't think that they are two absolute auto wins the way that they have been. So I think there's enough there to like the Ravens sliding to second place this year. That doesn't mean I wouldn't pick them to go the farthest in the postseason of these teams, but I do see a possible slide, and that would be disappointing to Ravens fans, but I don't think it necessarily would be out of step with the long-term development of that team.
I'm glad you brought up the postseason, because that's where we're going next and last. Super Bowl props. If we get to February 5th in Tampa, who you taking?
So I just talked about how Ben Roethlisberger is apparently healthy, and apparently is an important word here, but I like the Steelers at plus 3,000, which means
there it is. There's your Pittsburgher.
It would bring you back $600. And the thing is, as friends would know, and as maybe some people watching this video would know, I am a Pittsburgh guy. That means that I am an extreme pessimist about the Steelers. I think that they are going to be a disaster every year. I have really no faith that anything is ever going to go well, which maybe I should, because things have gone well in the past, but it's been a while. This is the best defense in the NFL, or certainly one of the top 2 or 3 defenses in the NFL. If Ben Roethlisberger's arm doesn't fall off, I don't see why it's not a top 5 or 6 team. And these are very middling odds, that would suggest that they're not nearly that good. So I think it's an opportunity to make some money. I also might throw some units on the Patriots at plus 2,500 for 2 reasons. One being, this has been a terrible year in the world. I cannot think of a more fitting way for it to be capped than by the Patriots, the evil empire, winning the Super Bowl again. And 2, and we've said we're both college football guys, what happens when you have Cam Newton on a 1-year deal? Auburn, we know this. Undefeated national championship. I don't think they're going undefeated, but they could win the NFL's version of a national championship.
Okay, well, hey, Patriots 19-0 per Alex Kirshner. You heard it here first.
You just heard it here.
I will be taking the Seahawks at plus 2,200 to win the Super Bowl. $20 bet brings you back $440. I love the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are going to be really good this season. I think what they've done, pushing the chips all in to win now, I'm going to push the chips all in on them, on Pete Carroll, on Russell Wilson, who I think is probably the 3rd or 4th best quarterback in the league, all
System
things
guy.
considered.
System guy.
Yeah, full system guy. You want to talk about pessimistic fans. Seahawks fans are pessimistic by nature. Seattle Twitter loves to hate on their own Seahawks and that organization there. But yeah, I'm riding with the Seahawks, even though it's a tough division. I think they will be the cream that rises to the top in that division. And I think that they will be the cream that rises to the top in the league, given the odds and kind of taking a look at the odds and seeing which is the best odds to take. So there we have it, Alex. That's 1 pick per block. I'm ready for some football, to borrow the very corny term. I will be with my ass in a seat next Thursday watching Texans Chiefs, and I'll see you every week to do these picks. Let's get some bread.